Thank you very much, McKay. What a distinguished honor and privilege it is for me to be here and assemble with you great scouters. Um, Curtis, I see in the background the reason why we as adults are involved in this wonderful organization. I see a couple of young scouters in the background, so wonderful, wonderful. Thank you to all of you adult volunteers. I give you my profound and deep and heartfelt thanks as we individually and collectively move forward this great youth movement. I don't know if there was ever a time in the history of our nation and society when the practice and principle and teachings of principles are more needed and more valued and more lacking in society. Thank goodness the Boy Scouts is here to help add value to society. And so we do this as adults because we love our youth. We recognize the fundamental values it has. And so, again, from the veritable bottom of my heart, for each and every one of you adult leaders, thank you for your time, commitment, and dedication to this great cause. So with that, McKay, thank you so very much. And I'll turn it back into your competent hands. Thank you, Jake.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jay. For those of you that don't know Jay, Jay is our finance or product sales chair in the Crossroads of the West Council. So he works with myself and Jake Bangerter, my colleague here, as we really try and help each of you fundraise for your scouts. And Jay, you said it spot on, where it's really about our kids. And I hope each of you are getting excited for this summer. We have a lot of memories and experiences about to be had, as many of you have seen throughout the years with your own scouts, or maybe it's your first time ever and you're a little nervous on what to do. You're in good hands with our council camp staff and our council camp leadership. We're going to have a great summer. And so that's really what this is all about. We want our scouts to have life-changing experiences. And so I hope tonight, as you're here joining us for this Jerky fundraiser kickoff, that you feel motivated, you feel excited, and you really feel prepared to go out and have a great fundraising campaign for your scouts. Now, I will say tonight, I really want this to be motivating and exciting for you as the unit leader and engaging for you. I want you to feel like you're leaving this meeting pumped and ready to go. We may not touch on all the how-to exactly, and that's okay, because if there's concern that, hey, I don't quite understand how we go about doing this in this way or whatever, give me a call, give my coworker Jake, and we'll introduce him in a minute. Give us a call, or give your district executive a call. You have some awesome district executives that are willing to come and sit down and meet with you and really help you figure it out. So I'll put this out there right now. If any of you would like, I am more than happy to come drive to your location. Yes, even in Vernal, Roosevelt, St. George, Cache Valley, sit down with you and make sure you feel comfortable and confident in what we're doing. Before we jump into it, Jake, why don't you unmute and just introduce yourself and your role here.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Jake Bangerter, working alongside McKay in both jerky and popcorn sales for the council over the last couple of years. So hopefully at this point we've got it down enough that we can answer all your questions.
Awesome. I'm grateful for Jake's support and all that he does. And I will say we're not perfect at this. Some of you are so much better at these product sales than we are, but we will do everything we can to help you have a successful campaign. So please, please don't hesitate to reach out. So to start things off, we have a big announcement, folks, something we want you to get excited about. So you may have seen currently with our prize incentive program, your scouts can do a couple of options as it pertains to prizes. You can either receive 2% of your sales going towards prizes, and that's in addition to what you already received. So you each have a base commission of 33%. So in addition to your sales, you can have 2%, so up to 35%. Go to you, so 33 on commission and 2% extra for prizes, or an extra 4% going to camp, one or the other. But our big thing tonight we want to share with you. Can you see that? Do we have a thumbs up? Can you see it? Perfect. So your unit sells up to $4,000 in jerky. You will receive either one of two options, 4% to prizes, or 6% of your sales can go to your camp this summer, your summer camp. And again, that's an in-council camp. So hope that's something to build your excitement of what your unit can do and really will do if you commit to it. It's a great experience. Up to or over, yes. So up to $4,000. So if you get 4,000 even, $4,000 plus. So great clarification, Paul, and thank you for that. Okay, and Aaron, Jake, maybe I can have you type in the chat box just the percentages and such, if that works. Aaron, we'll get that typed in. And are the camps only council camps or any BSA camp? Great question. That's only council camps. So that's any of our camps that are open this summer for council. So if you're going to a different camp this summer, you want to make sure to take that prize incentive rather than the camp incentive. 33% base rate plus 2% for prizes or 4% for camp credit. That's if you sell $4,000, then it's 4% for prizes or 6% for council camps. Again, it's one or the other, not both. Okay, so we're going to go next on our agenda. We're going to turn time over to the Humphrey family. Now, for those of you that don't know the Humphrey family, you're going to get to know them here shortly. What an awesome family this is. They joined us for jerky sales at the end of the game last year and jumped on board late. And I would like for them to share their jerky selling experience with you. So I won't spoil any more. Curtis and Humphrey family, I'll let you guys take it away.
All right. Thank you, McKay. I appreciate it. So McKay's absolutely right. We came in a little late, but we wanted to give jerky a try, right? And see how it was. We tried some popcorn and, had some struggles with that. And so we're like, okay, let's try beef jerky, right? We want everybody to have the scouting experience that they want to have this year. So got with McKay, got some product. And I was like, I'm our fundraising chair. So I went, okay, I want to go out and I want to create a story that I can take to my unit to tell them a story. So let me tell you the story that we created. So I took my Lion Scout right here and my Wolf Scout out, and we went out, and my wife we'd often divide and conquer, right? We take one side of the street and they take the other. And we'd go out just door to door. We go out, we dress up, we look nice, we put our masks on, we go door to door, talking with people, right? Knocking on their doors, which was a weird thing, right? Going up to people's doors in masks was a different experience, let me tell you. But these two right here, I'm gonna have them give their pitches here in just a minute, but they went up to the doors, they did all the I did the knocking actually, so that people could hear. But they sold the product. And so what we did is I said, okay, McKay, give me what product you got. And we're going to go out. My two scouts and I, we're going to go out and we're going to try some things and see how this turns out. And so we went out for about a week and a half. Now we didn't go out every night. We didn't go out every time. We went out about 4, maybe 5 times, right? And this was fall time. This was September, October. So it was getting dark earlier, right?
It was April.
Oh,
No, it wasn't.
so
You're right.
we'd go out and we would we'd go from right after dinner till it got dark, right? And all together in about that week and a half, we spent about 10 hours going door to door. And between that and a little bit of online, right? Some family over Facebook, some neighbors over a neighborhood group and things like that. In about a week and a half, we sold over $1,100 worth of beef jerky. Right. So we sold a ton, had great success. We had a ton of fun. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun, right? The same people. We had a couple of houses that were COVID positive, but guess what? They were happy to see people. So we slipped things under the door and left things there, and they we Venmo'd and things like that. So it was very, very safe. But boy, we had a ton of fun. And we went out there and we met people. We know everybody in this neighborhood over this way from us. We know everybody over there now. And so we just had a blast. And I took this story. My unit has been hesitant to do fundraising. And so I took this story. I'm like, hey, maybe 10 hours, week and a half, you can have your whole year's worth of everything, right? Your dues, your registrations, chartered, all the things, right? All the things, day camp, all that. You can have it all, right? And eat beef jerky too. So after we told our story, guess what? I couldn't, the product was flying out of my front room here. Just people coming to get more. I'll take 10 boxes. No, I want some more. I need some more. People want more. I'm like, okay. I get with McKay. I get some more, right? It was fantastic and super exciting. So That's our story. We love it. We love selling beef jerky. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like it better than popcorn. All right. The brand recognition, Jack Link's, everybody knows that brand. They're like, oh, it's gonna taste good. They're gonna love it, right? They know they're gonna like it. So nothing against popcorn, right? We sell popcorn too. So, all right, Ellen, you go ahead. Give them your pitch. What would you say when you go up at the door? Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Ellen. I'm selling beef jerky. Choose my per day count, and it's $10 a box. And it's choices you can buy Venmo and cash.
That's it. That's it. And then she'd just wait, and they'd be like, "How can I say no? What's there? There was no saying no after that." All right, Dane, you go ahead. You tell them. What do you say?
My name is Dane. We're selling beef jerky, and it's $10 a box, cash or Venmo. Would you like to buy a box?
And what would you say if they asked for change for a 20?
Give them 10 back.
Or
you can ask them to buy 2 boxes.
the upseller. He's my upseller every time. Be like, we don't have change. I'm sorry. We can buy 2. And we just had a ton of fun, right? We do it as a family. We get out there. We beat the streets. And the people in my unit, they loved it. They're ready to go again. They sold it at football games. They sold it to their neighbors. They sold it to their family. It was a huge success. So hopefully that didn't take too long. But thank you, McKay. And everybody can do it. If I can do this, if we can do this, everybody can do this. I promise.
All right, we're going to turn time over to Jake Bangerter to give us some information here.
Okay, so what I've got open here is our jerky sales guide that can be found at the link right there, utahscouts.org/jerky. Down towards the bottom, you can download the jerky sales guide. We're just going to walk you through a couple of things here. First is the products we have this year. So it's a little different than last year. We did not want to package all these boxes ourselves anymore, so we stuck with some products that have multi-packs or large amounts of jerky. So what we have here is the $15 products are the ones up top. So you got original beef jerky lunch packs, teriyaki beef jerky lunch packs, pepperoni beef stick multi-pack. Those are the $15 items. Unit commission is $5 base. That's the 33%. Then it will be more based on your commissions that you get on top of that. And then on the family size 10-ounce original, teriyaki, or peppered, and those are $25 each, so that we can get you at around probably $9 on each bag you sell. So we're pretty excited about what Jack Links was able to do for us to at least get our price points a little lower. I know obviously it's going to be more than what people normally pay for a bag, but they'll also understand it's a fundraiser. One thing we did want to bring up too about these bags or boxes is there will be labels that we will be sending that you can slap on each of these that will say, Boy Scouts of America, our council, and also have an opportunity for people to join scouting. So it kind of gives you a chance to, while you sell, also recruit more people into your unit.
I hope, I'm going to jump in here real quick. I hope each of you that have sold popcorn or jerky before have found new scouts and grown your membership, whether for your unit or another unit, because of you being in uniform out and about. This, for my little unit, we've had experiences where we've recruited scouts because of our sales. So the sticker you'll slap on each of these will have promotion for people to join scouting. We don't want this just to be a fundraiser, but a membership drive as well. And the other thing I'll mention, on these items this year, you get more bang for your buck. So as the customer, they get more jerky than they have in the past for the same price that we've gotten. So hopefully that's an incentive as well, knowing that the previous product did sell and sold well, and this is also going to sell just as well, in my opinion.
Yes, thank you. All right, so we're going to jump into the timeline. The timeline can also be found on our webpage. But here we have next Thursday. That's the next big thing. We want to get jerky orders in. We'll go over a little bit about how to determine what to order on your jerky. We've got a spreadsheet that you can fill out and things as you get ready for that. You can determine how much product amount you want to sell, and then kind of we'll dive into that in a minute. So you can actually click this link from the sales guide itself, or you can also click it on the webpage to order your jerky. Wednesday, March 24th will be the jerky distribution. We're hoping to have that in 3 different locations throughout the Wasatch Front. And then if you're a Wyoming unit, we'll also, or down southern Utah, we'll also make arrangements to get that down further to you. The jerky sale will begin the weekend of March 27th. So you can already, for this next while, prepare your storefronts. So that whole month, you can get all those lined up. You'll want to make sure you get those RSVP'd. We'll show you where to do that in a second, so that we don't have conflicting units at the same location at the same time. We've chosen March 27th because Girl Scout cookie sales end the week before. We've checked in on their website, and that's when they're going to be done. So we won't conflict with Girl Scout cookie sales. All right, this next one's kind of the big one. What we're hoping to do here is get sales going early and often so that we know that we as a council aren't going to get all of your product back. There is no risk to you as the unit leaders or youth in the units, but we don't want you taking, say 5,000 worth of product and then a month later you haven't sold any. So what we're going to be asking is that you try to sell roughly 50% of your product within that first month so that we can gauge that sales going good and that you're going to continue to do well. And if it's not going so well, then maybe return most or all the products so that we can get it out to units that have been doing real well and would need more. So that's what we like to do there. I know popcorn season, we had the same kind of struggle. So we're trying to cover our tracks as well, and so that we don't get burned at the end.
And I will say this is new for us this year. We're trying something a little different to hopefully help you be more successful and for us to also have a bottom budget line that doesn't hurt us in the end. We want to make sure you're having a great campaign, but we also want to make sure we're not ordering extra jerky when there's extra jerky out there. So there's some cool little things we're going to do during the campaign. If you have product that's excess, we're going to have a spreadsheet that you can go and input product you're either looking for or a product you have available for other units. And we're going to make a swap spreadsheet, if that makes sense, that everyone can view and know how to make those adjustments and exchanges with each other. So we want you to feel like you're enabled to have success throughout the campaign as much as possible. So.
Okay, so some questions real quick before I go on. Can you reorder if sales go well? So that's part of what this return would do is if there's units that aren't doing so well, we can get that product back and then ship it off to another unit. There's potential that we could also, I believe there's potential we could get more if we needed to, but most likely it would just come from other units that maybe aren't selling as much as they had hoped. If they come in cases, can you turn off the case? Yeah, so we're just asking that they come in without being opened or damaged. And can Lone Scouts or Explorers sell jerky? Yes. Yes, they can. Okay. Move forward here. All right, the last weekend of sales will be the weekend of Memorial Day. And then Wednesday, June 2nd, if you have any leftover product, we're again, with that April 26th date to the June 2nd date, we won't be accepting after April 26th less or more than 50% of your original order. So that's part of where we just want to make sure that you're selling at least 50% of what you got. If you're not, then turn that in by April 26th. If you are, then great, keep selling and hopefully sell it all. If not, we can turn back in a little bit, up to 50%. And then Wednesday, June 9th, payment due to council. That's when you'll receive your Amazon gift cards as the prize stuff or the camp credits. But the other part there is units will forfeit prizes or camp credit. So then you'll be back at that 30% if you're not paid by Wednesday, June 9th. Obviously, we can work with you if there's something that makes it hard to pay that same day, but we just need communication and make sure that payment's going to come through.
We're nice guys. We want to make sure you're having a successful campaign. So please, if you're having struggles for whatever reason, just be communicating with us and we'll work with you.
All right, I'm going to jump to another page. So this is our utahscouts.org/jerky. Down towards the bottom, it has the helpful links. So that's where you can record your storefront locations. We did that with popcorn. If any of you were selling popcorn last fall, you'll understand what this is. It's just a way for you to RSVP for the storefronts, and it's going to be more of a first come, first serve on those. And then if we find that there's conflicting stuff, we'll contact you and let you know. And then the next one below is where you can make your jerky order. And then down at the very bottom here, jerky unit registration. If you have not filled this portion out yet, please do so tonight. That would be very helpful. Okay, I'm going to unshare so that
And that unit registration there, that's simply so we know who the person of contact is for each unit, because we want to make sure we connect with the right person. As much as we want to just bug you all each with our emails, we'll talk to just the one person.
Yes. All right. So what you should be seeing right now is the spreadsheet I was talking about. It's called the Jerky order projection sheet. You can get that at the bottom of the Jerky web page, and you can edit it here in the green shade. So you have here, we'll go scroll to the top. If you're a first time selling unit, and let's say you have 1 to 5 scouts selling, you're probably going to be looking at the 1,500, 3,000, maybe up to 4,000 range if you're looking to be motivated with that extra commission. So this kind of gives you a gauge. What you'll notice here is that the cheaper products tend to sell faster. And so that's why you're probably going to want to pay attention to these kind of quantity differences. I do think that you're going to sell a lot of the 10-ounce jerky. I know if you came to my house, I would pay the 25. I'd rather get that. But some people are just going to give you money so that you can leave them alone. It's just how it works sometimes. So you are going to sell more of the $15 stuff than the 25. However, you can order a little more of the other if you feel like you can do it. This is just kind of our best guess on how the sales will go. Anyway, you can play around with that. Then that's how you can make your order. When you go click in to make your order, you can say, okay, I want 6 of this, 7 of that, 2 of this, and then submit that order by Thursday of next week.
And these projections, like Jake said, feel free to maneuver them around as you see fit. Those green columns there, those are the numbers you want to adjust based on the number of cases, and everything else will self-populate. I'll say the prize amount and the camp credit amount, that's based on the 2% and 4%. So if you sell more, obviously you can increase that percentage and reset the formula there. So,
okay, what are the acceptable storefronts? Really, any storefront that will allow you to. In some cases, I know McKay and his unit last year sold it at nursery for
garden nursery.
Yeah, and you got some Walmarts potentially, some Smiths, Macy's, all these other kind of associated food stores, Cal Ranch, Sportsman's Warehouse, whatever will let you in are acceptable.
Yeah, and I'll say this, over this next month and a couple of weeks or month and a week as you prepare for your fundraiser, go and talk to the stores now. You'll want to visit with the store manager, explain what you're doing. Unfortunately, unlike popcorn sales where we had the commitment and the letter from Smith's, that won't be the case for our jerky sales. So if you're familiar with that with popcorn, this will be a little bit different. Most stores are more than willing. You just need to communicate and visit with them and make sure that's you're on the same page and that they're allowing you to do that. So visit with the store manager, let them know you want to sell jerky to help raise funds for your scouts to go to summer camp and coordinate that date and time. So.
Okay, and storefronts that you're allowed to sell at and what time. So we've talked about that. Usually weekends are the best.
Traffic times, right? High traffic.
The Saturdays, the Sundays. So I just work with the store manager on what works best for them in terms of time. I know sometimes you can start as early as 8 a.m. and go as late as like 8 p.m. So then one person has a great question here, McKay, about Excel spreadsheets for record keeping. Maybe we could develop that.
Yeah, definitely. And maybe I'll open this up to the group. If you have an Excel spreadsheet that really works for you in terms of tracking and such, feel free to send it our way and we can share it with the rest of everyone else that's selling. We'll create a basic template and put it on our website, but if we get something better from a unit leader that's worked well for them, please don't hesitate to share if you're comfortable with that. We want to share best practices with everyone. This portion of the agenda here, we have the newsletter, which we will be sending out every 10 to 14 days throughout the campaign. So your first newsletter will come tomorrow. That'll be a recap of tonight's meeting with some information. So if you missed the meeting or you had to leave early or whatever the case, we want to make sure you have the information you need. And then we'll have email reminders coming to you as you approach important dates throughout the campaign in addition to the newsletter. We are going to do our best to over communicate throughout the campaign. We want to make sure you're informed and know what's going on. So if you want to just be in the know of what's going on and receive our emails on that unit registration page, just go ahead and input your email address there and we'll make sure you get the information that you need for that. So, okay. The other item we want to share and make sure you know is to work closely with your district executive. You're always welcome to call me. You're always welcome to call Jake, but we want you to make sure you know you have an advocate right by your side, someone that lives in your area to work with you and help you. And our district executives are awesome. They know how to do these campaigns, how to run them. And if they have questions, they'll figure it out and talk to us and make sure your needs are met. So, but definitely feel free to call me, call Jake, text us, email us, but your district executive right in your area can help you out as well. So our 2021 leaderboard, that will be on our newsletter. We want to promote those units that are doing well, and you then have the opportunity to reach out to them, get their secrets, right? And share those wonderful things that every unit really is doing. The last thing I want to share is about selling during a pandemic. We ask you to be respectful and mindful. We're not going to make a hard line of this is how you have to do it, but we're going to ask that you follow local guidelines and policies. For example, if you are selling storefront and the store requires their customers to wear masks, please wear a mask and be mindful of that. If you're going door to door and your customer has a mask on when they answer the door, I would invite you and encourage you to have a mask ready to put on if you choose not to wear your mask when you're going door to door. We represent the Boy Scouts of America, people who honor and help people honor the country and the laws we abide by. So please be mindful of people's feelings, and as we're approaching this campaign, I know that can be a sensitive topic for some, but please be mindful of the people you serve and the customers you have.
As we wrap up our presentation tonight, we're going to go ahead and have the Bybee family share with us their experience in sales this year, and then we will conclude our meeting. Thank you everyone for joining us, and hope you have a great jerky campaign. Please let us know how we can support you. Thanks.
My name is Jordan.
My name is Benjamin Bybee. I am an Eagle Scout.
My unit number is 7314.
My current role is District Commissioner for the Ochre Mountain District. I am the Weeblos leader.
Bailey Bybee from Unit 314.
I also am a husband and a father.
We sold a lot of jerky, about $6,000 worth.
We sold $6,000 worth of jerky. Our prize was an Xbox One.
So last year, our entire unit decided not to sell jerky. We decided as a family that the jerky would be good for us to be able to earn money to go to scout camp and to pay our annual dues. We needed some extra camping gear for the kids. And we didn't really want to have it come out of our own pockets, so we decided to do the jerky fundraiser so that we could pay our way through the scouting program.
It was fun. We went to door. My dad put some, he put it on Facebook, and a bunch of people got some knocking at their door and asking them if they would like to get some.
Hi, we're selling beef jerky to get earn money to go to scout camp. Would you like to buy beef jerky? It's blah 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 blah.
It's 15.
It's $15 for blah blah blah.
I saw my girls do well when they worked together. The days that they sold the most are the days that they worked together. It didn't seem like a very hard product to sell. I was able to get a few people from work to buy them. Girls sold in a lot of neighborhoods.
My role as a parent was more of the motivator of teenagers.
So he printed off a map, and I marked where we've been and where we are. And she was knocking on the doors and stuff.
What I did to support them was I loaded up my vehicle every day with jerky. I sent them out with a wheelbarrow to go door to door. When they were out of jerky, I dropped off some more. That way they could stay out longer. We also had picnics in the parks. I brought them water all of the time. We had ice cream after they had the big sales. We just were able to spend some time together as a family. We didn't know how much we would actually sell or how fast it would go, but the jerky came in and we started to sell some, and then COVID happened. And then after a while, and when we found out that the deadlines were extended, we still had time to sell it. So we decided to take the jerky that we had, because my wife wanted it out of the house, and we went door to door to sell the jerky. We posted notifications on Facebook and Facebook Marketplace to be able to get jerky to people that were a little bit farther away from our neighborhood. They were able to sell $6,000 worth of jerky. Of that, we earned 33%. So about $2,000 as a family to be able to pay all three of our way to Scout Camp, to pay for all three of us for the entire year for our dues for our unit. And we were able to have a little extra to be able to pay for some new camping gear, like sleeping bags that they desperately needed, and headlamps and a couple of other little things. And that was not including the Xbox that they won.
It has helped with confidence levels. Jordan would not talk before, and suddenly she just is really able to go out and sell things, and it's not something I would have thought that she would have been able to do. So confidence, goal setting, a lot of the jerky sales was about goal setting.
A little more confident in what I say, and I kind of think things through a little more before I like say something.
Talk better to other people, be more confident about being a patrol leader.
This year, our unit decided to do the jerky fundraiser to be able to help support other kids because they saw how successful our kids were at it.
You have to plan out where you're gonna be and where you're going to, like, you have to have like an adult to like get you more jerky and pick you up and make sure you have like a communication device with another being.
With a tracking device on it.
Guys.
If you work hard, like me and Bailey did, for just in one day we sold 63 boxes.
Yeah, we did.
In one day.
What we're really doing is we are representing scouting within our areas. We are letting people know that we're still around, that we're here to help serve them and help them in any way that we can, whether that be through jerky sales or just being a smiling face at the doors. And that really helps our communities to know that we are still alive and well in the crossroads of the West Council.
Awesome. It helped people to realize that Scouts is still around, and that there's a difference between Girl Scouts and Scouts BSA.
It's fun. You like learn new things every day and such.
Awesome.
Activities that we do, because like this Saturday we're going to go up in the mountains and do things together.
Awesome.
We're gonna have a snow day, more or less.
Awesome.
7 through 12. So
My favorite thing to do in scouting is to find opportunities to serve other people. I love scouting, and I wouldn't change it for the world. And I love the example that it sets for my kids and for my family.